What is going on, guys? Noon here with MMO Play, bringing a review of Tiny Mighty, a free-to-play browser-based MMORPG. So, I played this game for a little while, and I gotta say I am not too impressed with this game. It's very poorly done. The voice acting's not very well done. The combat's very lackluster, and the whole, kind of rip-off of Marvel Heroes and just the slight changes to each character so they wouldn't get in trouble. I gotta say, it's very poorly done. It kind of lacks creativity in a sense. So, as you can see here, here's my character, and I look like Hellrider. If you guys are not familiar with Marvel characters, this is pretty much what the character is kind of based around. It's clearly Hellrider. Hellrider got lazy, stopped fighting crime, ate a bunch of food, and here's what he looks like now. Now we have other characters such as Black Spider, which is a quest giver, which is clearly supposed to be Black Widow. We have the Archer, which is supposed to be Hawkeye. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Marvel Heroes or not a fan of Marvel or watch the movies, you might not pick up on this, but I picked up on it, and I gotta say, it's kind of like a lazy approach or a very poorly done concept for a browser-based MMORPG, and something I'm not too much of a fan of. And, I mean, I can understand taking some inspiration behind Marvel characters and, making a game that kind of represents or does it, but I gotta say, the game overall is very poorly done and, kind of feels very lackluster. So, before we jump into the combat, kind of show you how that runs, which I'm not too impressed with as well, we'll go over the different features you can do in the game. So we have our bag, which is all our various items. We can, we are required from doing quests. We have potions, other stuff like that, quest items. We can sell for, just get a little bit of money. We have our heroes that we can collect. So as you can see, here are my heroes over here. I have, 3 of them. I have my Hellrider, or Dead Man as they call him, the Archer, and Black Spider, which, as you can see, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Hellrider. But we can acquire various different heroes, and every single one is based off of Marvel Hero. As you can see here, look at, there's Angry Ant-Man. We have Red Fury, which looks like Deadpool. But we have Captain Mars, which is supposed to be Captain America, and all very recognizable heroes, just kind of renamed and changed just a little bit, probably so they wouldn't get in trouble. But I mean, we can acquire different heroes, we can level them up, they'll have, their own skill set. You could equip them with various weapons and armors and other things like that, as you would in other browser-based MMORPGs or games with a similar play style. We have different skills we can acquire for each one and level them up, as well as kind of look at the player card for each hero we can acquire, and each one does have different base stats. So as you can see, this one has strength, this one has dex, and probably other ones have intelligence. Yep, so you can see Electroshock has intelligence over there. So we can go ahead and get an overview of each hero. We can level them up accordingly, and we can kind of advance them so they get more stars and makes them more powerful later on. But that's not what I have the problem with the game. The problem I have with the game is, the poor approach to recreating these Marvel characters and kind of ripping them off, I feel, and just a very, very poor combat that's been put into the game. So, I guess we can go over here and jump right into kind of the adventure area, or the Lost Woods. Now, there's a bunch of different levels we can select from, and we slowly progress, and the more we complete these, we'll level up, acquire different items and other things like that, and we can keep progressing through a ton of different levels. So I've defeated these 2 over here. We can acquire different materials and other stuff like that, and rewards for completing them. And I guess we can go ahead and continue on. Now, this game kind of works in a party system or a party combat. You select the 3 heroes you want to run into battle with, and then you take them into battle. Now, I gotta say, the voice acting for the characters is very poorly done. Character models fail to load when you kind of run into the combat, and overall it's very, very boring and non-interactive combat. So as you can see, the voice acting and the quality for these characters as they're doing combat is very poor. It doesn't sound very crisp and clean, and even the effects and other stuff like that, they're very slow loading and don't look all that great. Now, I wish there was some more interaction with the combat, but overall you're kind of just running through and clicking the hero occasionally to use a very special skill or to hit a little bit harder. And other than that, it's very simple, and there's not much to do in the game. Now, I know this game is it's in an early state, but like I said, it feels very incomplete and poorly done. And just for the fact of kind of the rip-off the Marvel characters and renaming them and, kind of making them look not too great. Not something I'm really a fan of, I could say, but you guys may be interested in the game. But I gotta say, personally, not something I'm enjoying quite a bit. Now, there's the main city over here. I have not progressed into any other cities. It seems like this is kind of like the only city we're hanging around in, with a few quest givers here and there. But other than that, it leaves you with just a small little area to kind of run around with a few levels to explore, giving you a very lackluster browser-based MMORPG. Now, if you guys are a fan of the game and you like Marvel Heroes and you think this is something pretty cool you can get into, I mean, by all means, you guys can check out the game for yourself, but it's not something, like I said, I am too overly all impressed with. It's not something I've enjoyed, and it feels very poorly done, so I'm going to go ahead and give the game a 3 out of 10. It's a browser-based MMORPG with very similar aspects as others, nothing we haven't seen before, but with the poor combat, poor voice acting, and animation sounds, as well as the ripoff to the Marvel characters, it's not something I really can really get behind or enjoy myself. So, if you guys have enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. But until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later.